is Chef Andy from Henry, Tennessee at the Family Table Restaurant, and you're watching Good Day Paris.
Hello Paris and West Tennessee, and welcome to Good Day Paris. We're so glad you're here with us, and we have an exciting announcement on today's show that will prove to be a blessing for Paris and West Tennessee. Because joining us today is our good friend Geri Boyd to announce the start of another brand new show that will be produced right here at Paris Production Studios, and it's coming this fall. Geri will be here in just a moment, so don't go anywhere. In the meantime, I'd like to mention just a few announcements to make you aware of. Please send any comments you may have or suggestions that you may have to our email address at gooddayparistennessee@gmail.com. Let us know what you think or what you would like to see in the future. Also, sign up for our newsletter by visiting myparistv.com so you'll be informed about upcoming shows, events, and other news. So now, as we do every week at this time, it's good stuff to know time. And we do have some good stuff to share with you. So today, July 27th, is National Chili Dog Day. And I know we all love the chili on the hot dogs, and maybe just add a little cheese to that too. So today was National Chili Dog Day, and it's National Scotch Day. Where do I go with that one? I guess on the rocks or straight up, or I don't know. Anyway, National Scotch Day. And also Bagpipe Appreciation Day. And I do love the bagpipes. I do have some Scotch in me, so I do love that. And today's the day to celebrate it. So get your bagpipes out. And also National Chicken Finger Day. Oh my gosh, all this food and drink. We love chicken fingers. And last but not least, it is National Take Your Pants for a Walk Day. Your pants, not your skirt or your shorts or your skirt, but take your pants. So put some pants on and go take a walk. It's actually highlighting the importance of taking walks every day to keep you healthy. And boy, we're right on target with that with today's show. And also on this day in history, in 1965, President Lyndon Johnson signed a bill requiring all cigarette manufacturers to place health warnings on all of their packaging. And that was an excellent idea. All those dire warnings, and yet people still smoke. I can't figure it out. Don't know why that's happening. But I am glad that at least the warning is there for those that are paying attention. And it is also in 1976, John Lennon was granted a green card that gave him permanent residence in the United States. My goodness. I actually even remember that. And also on this date in 1988, the Radio Shack announced the release of the Tandy 1000 SL computer for the incredible price of, are you sitting down? $1,200. It had a whopping 128 kilobytes of memory, but could expand all the way to 640 kilobytes. Boy, have we come a long way or what in the last 35 years. Well, that does it for good stuff to know. But let's not wait another moment, and let's get Geri out here to talk about her exciting announcement, because I'm so excited about it all. So come on out here, Geri. So glad to have you on today. Welcome to Good Day Paris.
Well, I'm really glad to be here today. Good to see you today, too.
Yes, awesome.
I didn't bring my pants today. I brought my shorts.
I know.
Because we're talking about fitness today.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's all about fitness. And boy, we really need to be into that. And the more we age, I'm talking about myself.
Right.
You know, the more it's important for us. So, okay, so tell me, what's going on? I've noticed you've lost some weight.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing.
I actually have adapted a new motto for myself and wanted to share it with people. It's me versus me. And our fight is in our brains and it's our mind. You say it's between our ears. And that's
between
true.
your right and left
David,
ear.
the other week, he said it's from here up. That's where our fight is. And so basically it just got to a point where I couldn't get around. I couldn't move. I was very in much pain all the time.
Yes.
And I am 61 years old, but I felt like I was 85.
Right.
And so I was climbing the stairs one day, coming up the stairs at my house, and I just couldn't breathe. And I just said, enough of this. I have to do something different. So I just found, I actually Googled fat camp online and found out that there was a fit camp close by. And so I went for 10 days where we worked out for 8 hours a day.
Oh, that's awesome. Wonderful.
We did calorie counting. We learned to manage our diets better. Some amino acids that they put us on, things like that. And so about my main goal when I was at the fit camp was to get up a hill. Just to get up a hill without stopping.
Right.
Without stopping to breathe. And so I got there on Sunday. By Friday, I had gotten to a point where I could get up the hill without stopping. They have a seat about 3/4 of the way up. You could just sit down, and I would sit down and take a picture of everything that I was seeing, and then I would continue on after I got my breath. And that took me about 5 days just to get up to the top of that hill. And for me, it was a huge hill.
Yeah.
And the first day that I was there, I couldn't walk a mile. I turned around about a half mile into it and came back. I mean, I only walked a half a mile.
Oh, dear.
And that's how bad I was. And I used to do roller derby and all kinds of stuff. And now I can't even get up the stairs at my own home.
Well, and you know, it's funny that you had mentioned the stairs, because when I was starting my diet, I started at 214 pounds, and I knew I had a good 50 pounds to lose, you know, to get down where I couldn't go up my stairs at home. And I was finding that, you know, on maybe the 10th step of 18 steps, I couldn't breathe. And I would stop and just go, wow, this is something. And now I'm older than you by about 10 years. And so that makes a difference too. And I wasn't sure in my mind, is this age related or is this health related? And it's almost like instantaneously, this is a health related problem and it will not get better. I had to be very serious about that and make a decision. And I think all of us that are looking to lose weight have to come to that place where we make the decision. So I am so proud of you. This is so wonderful that you're doing this and you're helping people and you're doing so much. Tell us all about it now.
Well,
the
actually,
program.
I got when I came home, I have 2 roommates, and we all 3 need to lose weight. So we all started getting on our kick of how do we do this? How do we manage it?
Right.
How do we do our exercises? How do we manage our diet? And so we started using some apps that we use and going to the gym and things. We haven't been diligent like we needed to be because we've been very busy, but we've learned to maintain our weight while we've been on like a sabbatical from the gym.
Life happens and
It
different
does.
things happen. And you had mentioned you caught a bad cold and you had a lot of that. So, you know, things happen, but the decision is still the solid, firm foundation of where you're going. Good for
Yeah,
you.
and this shirt right here, dying while living, not an option.
Yes.
I actually made that before
That's
I went
excellent.
to my camp.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I also made one that says either pay now or later.
Right.
And I made this one. It's me versus me, and I put my first the date that I weighed
is
in
amazing.
at Chill 5.8 on 5:14, and then 6'4". I was 196, and then I went down to 194. Then I went back up to 196.
That happens.
And then I went down to 193. I'm about 188 now, and I haven't. I'm
You
going
haven't
to add to it
added
as I
it.
go. Yeah, and it actually tells how many inches I lost in the first 10 days. At my camp was 5.7 inches.
Yes,
I didn't
inches are
lose-
huge.
Yeah, I didn't lose
Yes.
much pounds.
Right.
But I lost inches.
Right. And the secret to losing that is drinking that water. You know,
Yeah.
because those inches will continue to come off when you're working. I am so proud of you because how aggressive you've been. And I understand walking up that hill. And so you were able to do that. And I know you were helping other people too. You're never just about you, girl.
It's interesting because the last day before I left, there was a man that came in, and we had to walk our mile for the morning, and he couldn't make it, and I stayed with him the whole time just to make sure that he was okay. But I just felt like a coach at that point.
Right, yes.
And I'd actually started running on a treadmill and things by
Right.
Saturday, and Sunday I started running on a treadmill, and I could make that mile with no problem at all within a
Yes.
week.
Yes.
But it took that long to get
Sure.
there. And
Yeah.
we get very discouraged whenever we don't see an improvement in the first 3 or 4 days or 5 days. We're very instantaneous about what we want to do.
Right.
And so, but then when I came home and my roommates and I were talking, and I made a little list of what we're doing this for, you know, weight loss, getting rid of our blood pressure problems, getting rid of
Right.
our, you know, people that can
Right.
get on this diabetes things
That's right.
we don't have diabetes in my home, but I'm an RN and a paramedic, and I have a home
That's
care
right.
business here in Paris. So that health has always been something that I've always tried to help other people do, but not done it myself the way that I should, because sometimes we get so busy taking care of other people, we forget about
Yes.
taking care of ourselves.
That is the truth, and that is who you are. You are always pouring yourself out for others, and
Thank you.
yeah, it's a beautiful thing, actually,
Well, I
and very
appreciate that.
inspiring. And I wish everybody would do that. That's actually how we should be living as good Christians. And
Yeah. That night before I left to go to the fit camp, I just came up the stairs. I had push mowed the whole front yard, and I
Lord.
literally could not walk.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I came up those stairs, and I was just in tears. And I opened the door, and my roommate was sitting there, and I just looked at her. I said, I cannot go to this camp. I can't even mow the yard, and I can't even get up these stairs. And I was so frustrated. And if it wasn't for my roommates, just, hey, you can do this. And she told me, she said, you have to do this.
Right.
For yourself, for us, for the people that you take care of, for all the people in your life. And
Right.
and it was very emotional for me to leave and
Yes.
go, but I'm so thankful that I did.
I am too, and it is the right thing. And you know, just want to speak to that for a moment. When we're that overweight, we are putting ourselves out there, like this says, we're dying, you know, literally while living, because all these different illnesses start coming upon us.
Yes.
Diabetes and
Cholesterol.
different things that happen to us. I remember one day my foot felt a sharp stabbing pain. Never felt that before. And I thought, okay, many issues appear when you start to get to this level of overweightness. And for anybody out there listening, if that's happening to you, you know, I want you to really pay attention today, because this is important. It could even save your life. I do believe it saved mine. All of my problems went away. I went to the doctor. I had, and I know you have, gotten your lab reports on your blood work and things like that. And I was actually really in trouble and didn't even know it. You know, just being overweight, I'm like, oh, it's just being overweight, a few pounds. Well, a few pounds was like 60. And so, you know, that's not a few anymore. I think we're over the, over the limit of a few. But it really was great to get the new blood work and see, wow, this is inspiring, and especially with my age group, it was just off the charts excellent.
Wow.
So yeah, and so so tell me about Me Versus Me, and how did you come up with that?
I just know that the fight is real,
It is real.
and it's a real hard one to manage, and it's a real hard one to stay motivated.
It is.
The struggle is real.
The struggle
I'm
is
just going to
real.
have a motto right there that says the struggle is real, because it really is.
And personal.
If you don't have things in place, you don't have accountability partners, you don't have the ability to well, you know, you think that whenever, I always said, I don't want to go on a diet because I can't afford it.
Right.
And we always think that we're not able to afford it, but the food that we buy now is less than what we used to spend. And
Right,
it doesn't
right.
even make any sense. We thought that we were doing something great by going through the dollar menu at McDonald's.
Oh no.
And you know what? It doesn't take any time to get up in the morning and make you a scrambled egg and
That's
a little
right.
piece of turkey bacon, and you're on your way.
That's right.
Instead of sitting in the line and waiting.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. You're absolutely right. And
Yeah, so that's
you know,
how-
so you're challenging yourself, and I like that. That's what you have to do, and make that decision that that's what you'll stay with. So, you know, and like I said earlier, it is between your right and left ear. So that's where the battle is.
That's right.
And you got to fight it every day.
Every day.
And for those out there who are struggling with their weight, you know, Geri is somebody that is very motivated. Of course, like she said, she's an RN and a paramedic, and she knows. But it's so easy on that slippery slope. So let's talk about this. So you're also doing this as a program now, and you have a website where people can go to, and you're looking for participants.
Yes.
And so you need people to come and join on, and you've already got a group going, so you're bringing people in.
Yes.
Go ahead and explain all that.
Well, it's meversusme.tv is my website.
Okay, T like TV.
V,
okay.
like
we have it up. There we
television.
go. Uh-huh.
There it is,
Okay.
right there. Hey, we did that. That's a good looking legs. I don't know whose they are, but they're good looking legs anyway.
They're not mine.
But I got a website up there, and it tells some of the things that we're going to be doing, why we're going to be doing it, the participants, what we need for that, and it's very exciting to get this. We do have some participants already.
Yeah, and so you need people to reach out to be participants right now.
Yes, we
Awesome.
do. Yes, and they can go to that website,
Uh-huh.
and there's a place, and it comes at the bottom. It says, "Do you have a question or do you have a comment?" And if they'll go to that website, meversusme.tv,
Okay.
and that question will pop up right at the beginning, it'll be at the bottom, and they just put their name in and maybe tell a little bit about why they would want to be a participant, and also give their phone number on that too. It's
Right.
It's a
So that you can
it's
get
a
back to
safe,
them.
yeah,
Right.
and it's safe. It's
Okay.
just something that me and my team will see.
Good to know.
So they don't have to worry about their information on that.
Okay. And so they'll be taking the life challenge then with you.
With
you.
with me, yes,
Right,
yeah.
with you.
Well, I'm still on my life challenge too,
Right,
so
right.
we will actually be
All be
motivating
working
each other
together.
together. Yes,
Yes.
because I am definitely not at my goal weight. With that, we call that the tripod. If somebody decided they want to participate, we would do a video of them talking to their past self, their present self, and their future self. And then we will have them fill out some paperwork that tells about their goals and what kind of health problems they might have. Now, this is not a medical thing. I'm an RN, but it's still not medical.
Right.
So we would actually find out what their goals are and why they want to do it. Do they want just more stability? Do they want to be able to move more? Do they want to lose weight? Do they want to get their cholesterol down? Do they want to get their diabetes down? And the interesting thing about lab work, I'm 61 and overweight and couldn't get around for anything, but my labs looked like I was 16. So that's false information and misleading sometimes. My A1C was perfect. My cholesterol was perfect. So those are some things too. If somebody has some labs they want to put into the system, we'll have a folder for them and we'll keep that with us. We're not, like I said, we're not medical, but we can keep all that together and see how their change progresses.
Oh, that is awesome. Really good. And these successes will be right here when you start your program. Of course, that you can start now, but you'll actually be live here at Paris Production Studios doing your show, and it'll be a weekly show. And
we'll have 2 contestants a week,
right,
to do their weigh-ins and all that stuff. And we might not do a weigh-in here. We'll do a weigh-in beforehand, and then we'll kind of give the progress of what they've been doing.
Okay.
And they, with their participation, they'll get a me versus me shirt. We can put their starting weight, and as they go down, that we can do that as well. And that will be something that we could do. We also, will be the accountability partner that they might not have at home. Maybe everybody's still eating the same thing at home, and they're the only ones that want to change.
That is difficult, but it's doable. I did it.
Right. Yeah. So we'll motivate each other, because I'm still on this journey as well. And once I get to my goal weight, then I'll continue to help. And again, it's me versus me. I can always go back up to where I started or even higher.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So then let me understand. So the participants will actually be on the show with you, along with guests. And you have all kinds of speakers, nutritionalists, chefs, fitness coaches, trainers, physical therapists. You've got all kinds of things that you're doing. So explain all that.
Well, what we'll do is, and we're just starting this, so we're looking for participants in this area, some chefs out there that want to participate. And I'll just talk to this right here. Any chef that wants to participate, any a private trainer or a personal trainer, anything like that wants to participate and be a part of the show. We'll have them on live, and they'll be able to talk about where they work, what they do. But with the chefs, we're going to incorporate meals that are healthy for us. And maybe in their restaurant, they can incorporate that healthy meal
as a healthy choice,
choice versus hamburgers and French fries.
That's
so it might be part of a bigger thing than what we think of, because a lot of times, I mean, the chefs, in the restaurants, they make good fattening gravy and biscuits and cakes and everything else. And then we load them up with sour cream on the potatoes and all that. And then we put cheese and we put bacon bits and everything else.
And those are cha-ching, cha-ching, calorie. Yeah.
So what we would want to help their business by bringing this healthy choice, and we'll have this a little setup in here where we'll do a little cooking thing.
Oh, nice.
And we've already kind of talked about that and how we're going to do that. Some other things that we're going to be learning is educational. We're going to be learning how to count, and we're not so much a count calories, but we really are. For 3,500 calories, you lose a pound.
Right. That's
and if you think about it, 3,500 calories, you lose a pound. So if you do more exercise than you eat,
right,
you're going to lose weight. Or if you don't even do any exercise at all and you eat less,
you will
lose weight.
Absolutely.
So if you're used to eating 3,500 calories a day,
right,
and you decrease that to 2,000 calories a day, then that's 1,500. So every 2 days you could lose nearly a pound.
That's right, and that is exactly it. And if we could just push ourselves away from the table more often than not, and limit the portion sizes, because that's huge. And I see that you've brought a plate with you there.
Yeah, it has this right here.
Yeah,
so
this is an actual size
that's
you should
a 9-inch.
use.
Yeah. And I was taught at this camp that I went to, and I'm not pushing them at all, but they were fabulous. Half of this is supposed to be vegetables.
That's right. That's
and
right.
a fourth of it's supposed to be meat.
Right.
And a fourth of it is supposed to be some kind of starch or something. So there were meals where we would have rice.
That's right.
And then we would have all these vegetables and our little chicken or whatever.
Right.
So if you think about it, and my mom and dad have done this for years, they say, don't eat off of a big plate because you always eat more.
You do.
And they eat off a little plate like this. And every time I go to their house, I would say, Mom, I can't live off of that much. I can't live off of a small plate like that. And they would have their little plates here, and they would give me my big plate.
Yeah,
And that's the way we
right.
always did. My mother and father have been pushing me and pushing me and pushing me to live healthier, eat healthier.
Good for
and,
them.
I haven't told them where I'm doing this at all. They have no idea.
Oh, they don't even know. Oh, well, if they're watching tonight,
It's a secret.
it's a secret that's not going to be
Absolutely a
too
secret.
secret much longer.
Not a secret now. Yes.
So, and that is so true. That portion size, and it's funny how when we get bigger, we don't see it as a big plate. We start thinking that isn't enough.
That's right.
And yet it's almost 2 times more than what we need. And it is between your right and left ear. It is how you speak to yourself. So you do need to know what to say when you talk to yourself.
Yes.
And so when does this all start? When are you going to start
We're
moving?
looking at a fall.
Okay.
In the fall, September
Okay,
sometime.
September?
Yeah, it depends
Okay.
on how our participants go about and how
Okay.
we can get everything together.
Okay.
And so we're looking at the fall in September.
And you're still on it now, and the group that you're with right now is still walking towards all that, so that you'll have everybody with you in September to come on to the show with you.
Yes.
That is awesome.
Yes.
And you had mentioned to me about, some people can't afford to do diets, and some diets can be incredibly expensive. And not that they're not worth it. It's just, it depends on how you want to move towards that goal. And you've got some things here that you wanted to talk to us
Yes,
about.
I do.
And
One of the things that we'll be learning is how to count calories
okay.
and fats and read labels. And y'all see this on TV all the time.
Right.
But
it needs
you
to be
really
personal.
Start doing it.
Yeah.
It's fun. So I brought just ranch. And
Ranch dressing.
Yep.
Okay.
And so, we'll move that right out of the way. There you go.
Sorry.
So we're looking at the ranch here. Let me get my cheat sheet. Hang on there. Hang on just a minute. I got a cheat sheet right here.
Okay.
So ranch. Now, if we look at the ranch right here, now ranch
Has
is 130 calories per serving, and I think that's 2 tables. Well, hang on. Let me look at it and see. And it's 2. There's 24 servings in here. 2 tablespoons. Okay. 2 tablespoons of ranch is 130 calories, but fat content is 13 grams. So this raspberry light, which I don't like raspberry and I don't like vinaigrette, but this is what they had at the farm. And it's
Look
30
at the difference.
calories.
Yeah. And you know why you
And
don't
the
like
fat
it?
no, I love it.
Oh, I thought you said you don't like it.
Never did like raspberry.
Oh,
no,
okay.
and no vinaigrette. But this stuff is amazing.
Yes,
And I'm not
exactly.
pushing Kraft or anything like that, or Hidden Valley for that matter. But it's
Yeah.
only got 1 gram of fat. That's insane.
Well, you can have the ranch, but just the dry packet.
Well, we talked about the dry packet.
Yeah.
It has 0 calories.
That's
It has 0
And
carbs.
tons of flavor.
And tons of flavor. And you could put that on anything.
Sure.
And so I think that's pretty amazing. They taught us how to use low-fat Greek yogurt instead of sour cream.
Yes.
And this is when you start eating like that and you start going to the grocery store and figuring out what's it's like you're coming home for Christmas.
Yeah.
You have all these groceries and you don't know where to start. It's like when you buy a bunch of cereal when you're not on your diet.
Yeah.
When you buy a bunch of cereal and you're like, okay, I got Captain Crunch, I got Cocoa Pebbles, I got Fruit Loops, I got all this stuff. Which one do I want to eat first? Oh, I think I'll take a little bit of all of them. You know what I'm talking about? Have you ever done that before?
I have.
Me too.
Who hasn't?
Wow. Yeah. I want to kind of show you something about peanut butter.
Yeah, there you go.
So this is a powdered peanut butter, just great value, and it's got 50 calories for 2 tablespoons, and regular Jif is 190 calories.
Right.
Okay. The fat in this one is 1.5, but the fat in the Jif peanut butter is 16 grams of fat.
Oh, it's way high. That's one of the worst things you can eat,
Yes,
fat-wise, content-wise.
Right.
Yeah.
And so what you do is you take this and you just put a couple of teaspoons, tablespoons, whatever, in a little bowl, and you add some water. And this stuff is really good. It's just crushed peanut butter.
Yeah.
But it does not have the oils and all that stuff in it.
And you can also take this and mix it in a coffee, like, most coffee, so it doesn't get real, you have to have enough in the cup. And shake that up and make a little coffee drink.
Or a smoothie.
Or a smoothie or
so
something.
We have,
right.
And what I wanted to show you here,
Isn't that cute?
this is protein powder.
Uh-huh.
So protein powder is very interesting because you can mix this with a lot of stuff, like making a smoothie.
Right, sure.
And so you get all the protein without much calories. Now that one's 120. And so, but this actually, you can mix this in all kinds of stuff, and you can have really, and look how big these are.
I know.
And they
it would last
forever.
a long time.
And they last forever. They never go bad. And we're talking about, just little power bars. This one is a Quest bar, and it's 180 calories. But what's interesting about the Quest, and these are some of the things we'll learn, is the carbs and the proteins basically match.
Yes.
And so that's what you're looking for, is the carbs and the proteins basically matching. And that helps. And we're going to be... hopefully we're going to find some nutritionalists that wants to come and talk to us.
Yes.
And also personal trainers, physical therapists that teaches us how to move better.
Yes, because sometimes when we're overweight that much, it's hard to move and it's hard to get motivated to move. And you get started and you're already wiped out.
You're already wiped out.
5 minutes and you're wiped out.
When I was working at the gym, I was doing these without weights. I could not even lift 1 pound weights.
Right.
I was crazy.
I understand that.
Way.
Yes.
These are amino acids, and what they do is they really help your muscles and stuff generate, or actually just it helps them become what is the word I'm looking for? Where they recuperate.
Oh,
They
okay.
recuperate. So if you're working out, running, or just walking or anything, this right here helps the recuperation time.
And what is your calories on that? 0. Ooh, we
Zero
like
calories.
0.
And
Love
this
zero.
is what they call a BCAA, and this is a chain, amino acid chain is what they talk about.
Right.
I kind of did a lot of research on that, to how it actually just helps muscles rebuild because to make a muscle, say I want to make this muscle big.
Yeah.
That looks pretty good for 61 though, right? Okay, whatever.
Yes,
but anyway.
it does. I'm afraid to look at mine.
But you know how you make a big muscle is you tear its little fibers apart.
Right.
And then when it grows back, it gets scar tissue and it makes
it's
it bigger.
Yeah.
So what you do here is you do amino acids, and those really help out with the recoup of your muscles. The whole time we were working out, and I'd never done amino acids, very interesting because I never got sore.
Yes.
The whole time we were working out for 8 hours a day, I never got sore.
It makes a huge difference.
And it did, it made a huge difference. And I just love that. So some of the things that we're going to be talking about through this 16-week series is nutrition, how to read them, why why we look at them the way we do, what's important, what's not important, and so I just brought some of these along to share with you some of those things. So.
Okay. Well, yeah, thank you. And that is really good to know. And this is stuff that you do need to know in your program.
Absolutely.
And as you're moving forward towards your goal weight.
Yeah.
So,
and we're also going to do some exercises.
Yes, the
So if we could
exercises
show
are
some of
something that we talked about.
And we're going to talk about what's cheap.
Right.
If you're working at home, you
what
don't want
you
to
can
go
do
to a
without
gym.
spending too much money.
Yeah,
Right.
these are just little bands, and while you're watching TV, just do this, or do this, or do that.
Just a little something to
Just
help.
something.
Right.
This right here will help these bad arms.
I'm going to get those and do that.
And they're very
been doing
simple. Look here, you can get you some good ones up here too. So those are very important.
We must, huh?
And these bands you can put on your and you can't get a picture of this, but you can put these on your ankles
And
or
then
your,
just
and
pull
just
apart.
pull apart like this.
Okay, to
or
strengthen those.
I can just sit here and watch TV and do this.
Right.
Now that works out my shoulders, it works out my biceps, it works out my triceps. I can feel all that. I can actually feel it down here in my forearm.
Right, and it's
And my shoulders
low
too, in here.
impact.
Low
so
impact.
So you're just doing something to create a healthier and tighten and tone. And that's
Absolutely.
something I'm working on now. You know, I lost all the weight and now I'm still, I changed. You know, we talked about this earlier. My initial goal was 55 pounds. And when I got to the 55 pounds, I thought, I didn't realize that I might want to keep going and maybe lose another 10 pounds.
Yep.
So your goals may change, but I'm still committed to going to where I feel good. And it is personal. It's what I
personal.
think is going to look good on me.
Absolutely, and
Right.
how you feel.
And how you feel. Yes,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
big, huge.
So this is an ankle weight, and I don't know if you've seen one of these before, but actually what this does is you have these little pouches that
and you can put
add
them right
to,
in there.
So you can start out lightweight,
Right.
and then start adding to, and you don't have to have but one set of these to build and build and build and build and build.
Do you put them on both legs or
Yep.
just one?
Or you could put it on your wrist right here.
or wrist,
or you could
right.
just do this.
Right,
And hit yourself in the head like that. It's all good. Or you could take this and just go like this.
How heavy is that?
Not very heavy.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's pretty heavy.
Well, if you was at the gym where I was, you'd think that was too much. Because that's what I did.
No, it's not that heavy.
But the more, you can walk around in your house with these.
Uh-huh.
You could do all kinds of work. If you're doing laundry, you could put these on your wrists and really just work out all your stuff. That's one of the things. This is another thing.
Yeah, those are wonderful.
They're great. And you
Those
just
are
put it on
wonderful.
your foot like this. And you
pull.
just,
Whoops.
and you just pull it like
Yeah.
that right there. And so, don't try this at home. No, seriously, you can.
Yeah.
So I had to hook it in between my foot. And so what I can do here, and then on top of that, look at there, I can work out my leg right there.
Oh, sure.
Just with
Look
my
at that.
calf muscle.
Right,
you see
right.
that?
Yes.
So there's just a lot of things you can do with that. And then on top of that, there's some, and this is what we're going to show in our, this is just touching the surface of things that we can use at home. This is a stretch band. These
Okay.
are fabulous. So say your hips are tight or your legs are tight or something like that. You just put it on your shoe like that and just pull.
Oh, look at that.
See? And then you can just, if you can't lift your leg at all, you can just do something like this and just hold it.
And that's very good because some
it's
people can't. And we need to be aware that you might think you can do those things, but if you're a good anywhere from 50 to 60 and up pounds, and some people that I know need to lose 200, 250, and they can't. So they, little by little, they have to be strengthened and encouraged, and that is wonderful.
Now you think about somebody who is 200 or 300 pounds. Well,
Yes.
I was 205, 206 when I started.
Right.
But I think to myself, my goodness, some people are 300,
twice that.
350, 400.
Right.
And some people can wear that very well and do fine.
You know, I actually
But
did
not
wear
me.
mine pretty good
Yeah.
until I saw myself, of course.
But if you
on Good Day Paris,
you
and
saw
I said,
yourself-
"Oh no!"
And you saw yourself try to get up the stairs,
Yeah.
right? Okay. So if you think about somebody who can't
Right.
do anything,
Right.
they can
That's a
just
beginning.
take this is just a beginning, just to
Right.
get your leg just moving.
Right.
Nothing else, just
Right.
moving. This is a whole lot easier if you have shoes on. I use it.
And you know,
in
for
my
people that
bed.
have diabetic issues with their
Yeah,
legs and
yeah.
their ankles and their calves and
Yeah.
even your knees are so sore you can't. This is wonderful. Gary, this is perfect. Now tell me what this little thing's about.
Well, this is called the frappes. A frappuccino. What is it called? Frittata. That's
Oh,
what it is.
frittata. We weren't even in the same ballpark.
But you know what? You can take your
Yeah.
your white egg whites
Okay.
that you can just buy in the carton that
Sure.
lasts forever.
Sure.
And you can mix you up some egg whites and put a little bit of mozzarella cheese. We found out has less calories than any other cheese.
Yes, it does.
And
The
then,
whites all
and you
do.
can do a little bit of the bacon bits or whatever, and stir those up. Put a little bit of like the what is that? The milk. The heavy whipping cream.
Oh, the heavy whipping cream.
Has
Yeah.
virtually nothing in it.
I know.
And you just put in there and just whip it up, and you put these are the silicone, and you just put them in there, and then put them in the oven and cook them. And then when you get them done and you put them in a baggie, and you can heat them up in the morning. You can take them to work.
Oh
you
my
can have
gosh,
a
what
little
a
bit of a
great
snack
idea.
at work.
I love that.
Yeah, and these are great. And they don't stick. Now, we tried everything. We tried the cupcakes things. We tried the metal ones.
But you need this one.
This one is amazing.
And where would you pick something like that
Walmart for like
Walmart.
$5
Okay.
for two, or
Okay.
$8 or
Okay.
for two. Very
Sure.
cheap, and they last forever.
So if you get two, you can share one with somebody. Or
That's right. Or you can
Go
have a
to-
big family like mine, and we make them all at the same time, and then we don't have to cook but once.
I like that.
That's what we do.
Oh, I like
that. And then, as far as workout equipment that we might need, this right here is like $35-$40 on Amazon, and it folds out, and it's a big area. So when you buy the little bitty rolling ones,
Right.
they're not big enough for you to turn around on
No.
or
And they're
lean
pretty
over.
flat, too.
They're pretty flat.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
right here, it actually just opens up, lays flat on, and it's actually big enough where you can do a lot of workout with your stuff, and that's really great.
Okay.
What I have this here for is not because we're going to eat it, but because if you don't have the ability to buy weights and stuff to start, go get you a can of ragu and do this right here. While you're watching TV, do this right here.
That's
How easy
wonderful.
that is.
That's such
Watch
a good
this right
idea.
Here. Do this right here.
Yeah.
And a gallon of milk is about 7.5 pounds.
Wow.
So
Is
if
it?
you took you try to bring a gallon of milk up these stairs right here, you want to do both sides. Sorry, I have to finish my workout.
This counts.
And then
this
you're
is counting.
And then what we're going to do with the show is we're going to show what area this works out.
Yes.
What area does this work out?
Yeah.
What area does this work out?
Yeah.
And we're going to do things from
How
the
heavy is
chair.
that?
Not very heavy, but if you do
No.
15 of them, it's heavy.
It'll kill you.
No, it will
No,
make
just
you
kidding.
stronger. Whatever
Yeah.
doesn't kill you makes
Yeah.
you stronger,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Oh, I like that. That is such a good idea.
You can get a can of whatever. I mean, this one will break, but I just grabbed it out of the cabinet because it was about
I'd
the
get a
heaviest
can
thing
probably in
that
case I
had.
dropped it.
And we're going to make it fun, too, because look at these.
Uh-huh.
My friend Tammy bought these. And so you roll the dice, and it says,
Oh, no.
Well, Jumpin' Jacks modified everything.
Uh-huh.
So we talk about modifying everything. If
Okay.
you can't do Jumpin' Jacks, and I cannot, but I know how to modify a Jumpin' Jack.
Okay.
Crunches, you modify these. You can modify lunges.
Oh.
Okay, you can modify everything. So you throw
Walking
it and
lunges,
say
yeah.
it's crunches and 10. So you're gonna do, and I can sit in the chair right here and do my crunch. 1,
Yeah.
2,
Oh, how nice.
3,
Yeah, just sitting there going
4,
up and down.
5,
Okay.
and you do 10 of these.
I'll
So
be
then you
darned.
roll the dice and you do wild spit, whatever card that is. But anyway.
It's just to have some fun
That's
with
going to
it.
be fun, so you
Yeah.
never know what you're going to. And what I wanted to share, too, these
Yeah.
clothes right here.
Yeah.
Now, this is getting real personal, okay?
Okay.
So, but I don't mind because you know what? Our participants are going to get personal as
Sure.
well.
That's right.
Okay, so when 1 month into doing my workout. Hang on, I gotta fix the right ones. Okay, this is my pants that I wore, and then 1 month later, these are the pants that I wear now. And then my shorts, I've already went down a size in those. So these, and I just want to kind of show you. In 1 month, I went from these, which was all the way stretched out, to these. These are brand new, and this is what I wear now.
Isn't that nice?
And so I have goal clothes. I just bought a dress the other day. I can't wait to wear it. And this right here, my other roommate got me this, and it doesn't look small, but it's way too small for me, and it's not stretchy, so I can't get in it, but I absolutely love it. And she got me 3 of them, and I can't wear any of them yet. But,
well, that's wonderful, and it's important to have clothes like that.
Yep.
You know, I had clothes that I had put away from back when I was a size 10-8, you know, many years ago, and believe it or not, at one time I was a size 1.
Wow.
So, you know, I mean, life happens, and, you know.
Wow.
So it's important to have something that you can touch. It's tangible, and you can look at it, and it's a goal for you. And I am now in all of those clothes.
Wow.
And
I'm so proud of you. You're always proud of me. I'm really proud of you, because I know that it's been a hard, I mean, you've been going at this for how long now? What, 30-something weeks?
It's 31 weeks. Yeah, I'm getting ready then at the end of this week then to go to my 32nd week. And I don't know that I'll ever really come off of my personal diet, the one that works for me.
It's a life change, and it actually makes you feel better.
I love it. And everybody has to have that. You know, you just have to be able to identify with it.
Yes. Well, another thing I would like to say is, you know, when we have a nutritionist here, they'll go over some of the things, and I'm not a nutritionist, so I need to say that outright. I'm not a personal trainer, I need to say that outright. But what we will do is utilize the people in Paris, all the resources that we have, all the gyms that we have, all the studios, the Zumbas, the yoga. I never thought I would like yoga in a million years. It changed my life. And the reason why
I love the stretching.
and it's not the meditation part of it that they talk about yoga. What I've learned is I can take this band right here, and I can do my yoga exercises, and I can move, I can walk, I can do what I need to get done for the day. And then they have yoga. There's a lot of things that you can do, but once you get into that and you start learning how to stretch and all that stuff, it makes your whole life different.
It does.
And then what we'll do is we'll also work with the gyms and find out what each gym has available. And what classes they have available. If there's personal trainers there, we would like to get
swimming.
them on board.
There's swimming,
the Civic Center,
like
absolutely.
Now, how long will this program go?
Well, it's 16 weeks.
Okay, it's 16 weeks from when they join.
From when they, well, it would be, it would be 16 weeks from the time that we air.
Oh, okay.
We will follow them for 16 weeks.
Okay.
And then there will be 2 live each week. And so each person will go about 4 times.
Oh, that's great.
And then what they'll also need to do is be able to follow themselves with their phone, their iPhone or their smartphone or whatever they have, video, their workouts for the gym, maybe take pictures of what they're cooking. How they're managing their diet. And so, because this is not just about me, it's about them, and it's also about people learning how to do better, how to be better.
So they can follow you at home and learn how to do better.
Yes, if they're willing to do that. Now, like I said, this gets real personal when you start showing the size of clothes that you're wearing.
Or putting it on the front of your shirt. That's pretty personal.
When I had to fly to New Mexico, and I got on an airplane, and then a guy looked at my shirt, and he looked at me, and he looked at my shirt, and I said, "It's a journey. What can I say?"
It truly
He said, "What does it mean?" I said, "Exactly what it says."
Yeah, that's what it means.
I said, "I'm headed for 135 if that tells you anything." And so we had a good conversation about that.
And you'll get there, and I'm sure. So this is great.
Yeah.
So, okay, and like you said, this will start in September.
Yep.
You'll start airing in September, and just stay tuned here on Good Day Paris, and we will be showing that.
Yes, and there's no prize at the end. The only prize that you get is a certificate that says you completed it, but also the prize that they've got their life back.
Yes,
the legacy
they're
that
healthier.
they live, but also when you've got one person that's overweight in the family, you probably got more than one. You've got kids that are overweight. You've got a husband or a wife that's overweight.
So true.
And so what you can do is you can make a healthier life within yourself by doing these things, and then get somebody in your life motivated to do it with you, and let that be the accountability partner.
And so what is the motivation that you'll be speaking to?
What is the motivation?
Yeah.
Well, it's me versus me. We got to find a reason about why we're doing what we're doing.
Okay.
We've got to keep saying dying while living is not an option.
Right.
We got to keep saying either pay now or later.
Right.
Huge things. We've also got to say, I saw something on Facebook today. It said it doesn't matter about falling down 7 as long as you get up on the 8th time. And another thing is, it only takes one decision to make your whole life different.
Right.
And your generations after you different.
That's right.
And so that's a big deal. As far as being a participant, you'll get a It's Me Versus Me t-shirt. You'll get a booklet that we're going to have for you. They're going to have your personal monitoring sheets that you're going to monitor yourselves with, and so that will come.
Accountability folks that'll be with you the whole way, as well as you will be there helping and guiding.
Yes.
This is what is needed to make this journey happen.
And I would love to see Paris, all the resources that are available that most people that work out every day know about, and know how wonderful they are, but all of a sudden, I didn't know there was a Zumba class here. I didn't know there was more than one yoga place. I didn't know. I didn't know a lot of things. I don't know what classes they have at this gym or that gym. We'll also get into maybe getting the gyms to maybe do a promotional. Where when they start out, maybe a decrease in their cost. Things like that.
That'd be wonderful.
The Civic Center is really cheap.
Oh, a lot of people go to the Civic Center for that.
And it's got the Olympic-sized pool. It's a saltwater pool. Is it Olympic? I think it is.
Oh.
But it's a saltwater pool too.
Right.
So there's no chlorine, and it's fabulous. They have the weight area, and then they have the cardio area, and then they have the pool area, and they have the gym. One of my roommates got her leg amputated.
Yes.
And so we have started going over there to the Civic Center. We have 2 gym memberships. We have one to Flex Fitness, and then we have one to Civic Center, because we like to do our workouts at nighttime, but Civic Center is only open till about 8 o'clock at night. So what we do is go over there in the gym, and we work out with our roommate that's got her leg amputated and needs to lose a lot of weight to get her next surgery. And we go over there and we play basketball, and we do all kinds of stuff. She comes out of there drenched. Absolutely drenched, and it's so much fun to be able to work out in the gym with the basketballs and all the stuff that they have available there. Each week we will feature. We'll feature a studio or a gym or something like that. And like I said before, we will always start out. In our show, we're going to have a time where we sit in our chair and we just do very easy, lightweight, low resistance things.
Yes.
And then we'll make a list of some things that you might could purchase that's going to help your journey along. And that's what we'll do for that. We don't supply those, but we will definitely make it known that these things can help you, or that thing can help you, or whatever.
Okay, that sounds amazing. And how many participants I know you're limited.
8 a series.
8 a series, okay.
Yes, and we've got some spots left open.
Okay.
So we'll be, if they will go to my website on meversusme.tv, and so what they'll do is they'll go on there and fill out the questionnaire. It'll be, do you have a question for us? Do you have a comment for us? And you'll go ahead and just go ahead and fill that out, and then we'll look and see who we feel would be the best participants.
And there'll be a very minimal fee.
A minimal
on that.
fee just
Okay.
for the shirt,
Just
the
for-
book,
right.
just a little bit of stuff. It's not much, so yeah.
And we've got a participant in the studio with us, so we'll bring her on. Come on in, Tammy, and let's just talk a second with you. So how excited are you about this?
I'm excited.
I
I'm
bet.
excited.
This is awesome.
Either pay now or later.
Either pay now or later. Absolutely. Yes. And doing it with someone else is so much better than doing it by yourself.
It is. And what are your goals? What are you looking towards?
Well, I'm looking. I really want to get back to where I was before I had kids, and that's
Oh my gosh,
a
isn't
long
that the
journey.
truth? Yeah,
that is a long journey. It
Yeah,
is. It is. But I feel like I can make it. So
Oh, absolutely. And I know she'll be the best guide.
She's a hard worker. She really keeps me motivated at times.
Oh, that's
that's
beautiful.
what you need for accountability partner.
You do. You have to be accountable because
Yeah.
it just helps. And you're going to have ups and downs. And are you currently on the program now?
I am.
Oh,
I am.
good. So you're already working towards your
Yes.
goal.
Yes.
Oh, this is excellent. How long have you been doing this?
for about a month and a half.
Nah, I don't know about, something like that.
Something like that, about a month and a half.
Okay.
And I've lost about 20 pounds. So
Oh my gosh, that's wonderful. In a month
She
and a half.
has. Yeah, she has.
That's excellent.
yep.
So you have all your shirts and your pants, and you're going to be showing them as you are on the show then with Gary.
Yes.
You guys will be talking and sharing all. Oh, this
Yeah.
is so good to hear.
And we have these scales right here that measure BMI, and it wouldn't be completely accurate, but it actually tells you what age. Metabolically, I'm 68 years old, and I'm only 61.
Wow.
So what we have to do is look at things like this. It tells you your water content, your fat. And like I said, it's not like you would draw
Boy,
blood.
that's a very smart
It's
scale.
a very smart scale. And it's actually a smart scale that goes onto your phone and has an app.
Oh my goodness.
And then what it does is it actually records all your information.
Okay.
It's got a whole list of stuff. When you get done, got a whole list of stuff, and it keeps up with your track, and it's got these graphs that shows you if you're going up or down or whatever. It's really fabulous. Yeah. So we'll use that with the participants too.
So one more time, go to the website and
Yeah.
sign
Me
up.
versus me.tv.
Okay.
We appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so that's really exciting. And now we were talking, just to finish things up, because we're almost at our hour here.
Yes.
We were talking about some of the different types of diets that you'll speak about and help people understand what it is that, they're a part of and how it compares and that kind of thing. If they're good or they're bad, if one is better than the other. And some of the ones that you had written down here, types of diets.
Well, what we'll do is we'll go through keto, we'll go through paleo, we'll go
Yes.
through just a life change diet where you just eat healthy.
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot for that for my own health for the whole thing, because that's what I need to continue to stay on target is a life change. But what we'll do is we'll take each week and we'll go through a diet and see and let people choose what they think is best for them.
Right.
Now, like again, we're not medical, but we can read the pros and the cons.
Right.
And when we get our nutritionist in here, maybe we could get that person to really shed some light on some things about
Right,
those
and
things.
what diet might work better for you. I chose Optavia, and it worked so well for me. But I will say it isn't for everybody. It's very restrictive, and it is quite expensive. Especially in the beginning.
Yeah.
But that was very worth it to me, and I
get
didn't
started,
care.
that jump
I
start.
didn't care.
Yes.
Right. When you make your decision to start these journeys, it's a decision that you follow through. Because when you're really ready, you're
really ready.
You're really ready.
That's right. That's right.
So, but there's also Atkins and Go Low, and there's so many different ones, you know, to
Yes.
talk about and to see. We've got a lot of information
Weight
out of all
Watchers.
those Weight
Yeah,
Watchers.
yeah.
My sister
Jenny-
swears by that.
Jenny Craig.
Right, Jenny Craig.
Things like Factor Diet.
Right.
You got all that. So I just want to say you're always one decision away from making a total different life for yourself.
That's right.
And that's one thing that I just would like to say today to anyone that would like to be a participant. I want to tell you that there is hope. We just need to get moving. Another thing we would like to cover is the get moving that the kids do in the schools. Overweight children, and that's something that we would look into is how that actually gets how that's used for the kids in the school. So I just want to say that you might think, oh, I've tried them all before, and that you think it's a no-win situation. But what we can do it together. And again, I'm on my journey. I still have nearly 50 pounds to lose. And so we will do it together. I will weigh in just like everybody else. And I will also be accountable to everyone on this show who is a participant, who watches our show, who does it at home, who's not a participant, and decides, hey, I would like to make a change in my life. And that's me. It's me versus me life change. And it's a total life change that we would like to make that's going to continue for the rest of our lives. And we got to pay it now or pay it later. And I want to pay it now and get it out of the way and go on with my life where I can do more kayaking, more hiking, more stuff with people, and just feel like getting up the stairs from doing the laundry.
And enjoy your life. Yeah.
Enjoy your life, yes.
Right.
And I just come, just if you think that you would like to be a participant, please let me know. If you're a personal trainer, you'd like to be on the show, let me know. If you're a nutritionalist, let me know. If you're a doctor who's really into fitness, let me know. All go to this website. It's physical therapists. We'd love to get physical therapy involved. And so that's a big, huge thing. So if you know anybody that would be interested in helping really change Paris and West Tennessee, Camden, McKenzie, all the places around. If you know somebody that would like to be a participant or like to participate in a field of their thing that they do, then please get with us on this website.
Yes, well, thank you so much,
Thank you.
Geri. This has really been a wonderful time. Again, we have this up, meversusme.tv. Please sign up. Take this opportunity to make yourself healthy.
Yes.
I will say it makes all the difference in the world on how you feel, how you can breathe, and how you can move.
Yep.
It makes all the difference. Well, thank you so much, and I hope that everybody watching tonight will absolutely do this. And be sure to stay tuned for updates regarding the beginning of yet another brand new show, the Paris Paranormal Show. It's true local stories and true legends and so much more. And we'll have people on that you can identify with that are sharing these stories, and maybe you'll have some yourself, so reach out to us. Paris Production Studios is growing, and we're so glad that you're along for the ride. And also coming to the Paris Convention Center this October, and just in time for Halloween, is Enigmatic Anomalies. They will present EnigmaCon. That's top names in the paranormal field, which will be descending upon Paris, and you won't want to miss that, I'm sure. And finally, be sure to tune in to the Tennessee Informer with Dave Vance to stay up to date on all the goings-on in Tennessee politics. So log on to tninformer.com to learn more. Well, that's it for us today. Thanks again to Geri for joining us and Tammy for coming on. And today with breaking good news with us here. We will see you again next week, same day and same time. And until then, have a good day, Paris.